Study any book on the life of Ibn Masood, you will find this is the first incident in his life. كانت هذه بداية قصة عبد الله ibn Masood مع الإسلام. This is where Abdullah ibn Masood's journey of Islam commenced. This is the first time where his eyes set upon the Prophet ﷺ. This is where they were introduced to one another on this note. Where were they introduced? Like we talk of, you know, how, oh, we met, we were flying together, and we were in the plane, and yeah, we seen one another, and the hearts just clicked. And yeah, we're married, we have 3 kids, but now we're having problems. We both attended a seminar in France, and yeah, she was that side and I was here, and then we were hosted at the same hotel, and there was a bit of a twinge, and there was some movement. And we got hooked up. Where did Ibn Masood get hooked up with my Nabi? Excuse the phrase. On the meadows outside Makkah. My message to you, my brother, is if you develop honesty and integrity, it will take you a long way in life. Today what has become absent? The Prophet ﷺ said a time will come. Trustworthiness will become so absent. حتى يقال أن في بني فلان رجلا أمينا. It will become a strange thing that people will say, you know what, in this country, in this town, in this locality, there is an honest man. So people will travel all the way to come and meet you. Assalamu alaikum, brother, I came to meet you. I believe you're honest. Nice to meet you, brother. The hadith, it will stand out as something peculiar. People will travel to come meet an honest man. Hudayfa ibn Yaman said, the riwayat of Bukhari Sharif, during the era of the Prophet ﷺ, I freely dealt with everyone. If it was a Muslim, his faith would compel him to honesty. If it was a non-Muslim, the environment would expose him. Nobody would dare speak a lie. If it was a Muslim, his faith would compel him. If it was a non-Muslim, the environment would expose him. The environment was too clean to lie. It constitutes sufficient betrayal to answer my private call during my hours of employment. On my own private cell phone, I answer it while I'm employed. That is sufficient betrayal. How many an employee today has the audacity to pick up his employer's phone and make a private call? Are we not answerable to Allah? Sufficient betrayal if I take my private call during my hours of employment. And here the average employee has the audacity to take the employer's call, his time, and use it for private reasons. The spark was ignited. The spirit was transmitted. Abu Bakr and the Prophet of Allah walking, and they are just admiring that boy. وَكَمَا أَحَبَّ الْغُلَامُ الرَّسُولَ الْكَرِيمَ وَصَاحِبَهُ وَتَعَلَّقَ بِهِمَا فَقَدْ أُعْجِبَ الرَّسُولُ وَصَاحِبُهُ بِالْغُلَامِ وَأَكْبَرَ أَمَانَتَهُ وَحَزْمَهُ وَتَفَرَّسَ فِيهِ الْخَيْرِ. So at the point of separation, this boy is just marveling at those 2 gentlemen. And the Prophet and Abu Bakr, they can't get over the honesty of this boy. The spirit is ignited. It's transmitted. Now how can you stop it? It was a matter of days, and Ibn Masood gives up his meadow, gives up his flock, abandons his activity, and he comes to the service of the Prophet ﷺ, and he says, I'm now bubbling with spirituality. Give me your hand and take me in your faith. So the Prophet ﷺ spreads his blessed hand, and Ibn Masood is then privileged to accept Islam. And some historian wrote it amazingly. He said, وَمُنْذُ ذَلِكَ الْيَوْمِ انتقل الغلام المحظوظ Abdullah Ibn Masood من رعاية الغنم إلى خدمة سيد الخلق والأمم. You think you promoted my brother from a teacher to a principal, from a mayor to a minister, from a minister to a president? Ibn Masood was promoted from the shepherd of Makkah to the devout companion of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And And he got so close that he had a house permission. Sahaba say, إِن كَانَ لَيُؤْذَنْ لَهُ إِذَا حُجِبْنَا وَيَشْهَدْ إِذَا غِبْنَا. We had restrictions. We couldn't walk in any time. Ibn Masood walked in any time. Any time is tea time. He could walk in. There were general restrictions that governed the entire ummah regarding the etiquettes of the house of the Prophet ﷺ. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تدخلوا بيوت النبي إلا أن يؤذن لكم إلى طعام غير ناظرين إناه ولكن إذا دعيتم فادخلوا فإذا طعمتم فانتشروا ولا مستأنسين لحديث إن ذلكم كان يؤذي النبي فيستحي منكم والله لا يستحي من الحق. There's a whole incident regarding this, but it outlines the formalities and the etiquettes of attending the house of the Prophet ﷺ. But Ibn Masood could walk in any time, to the point that a prominent Sahabi like Abu Musa Ash'ari said, لَقَدْ رَأَيْتُ النَّبِيَّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ وَمَا أَرَى إِلَّا ابْنَ مَسْعُودٍ مِنْ أَهْلِهِ. That from the time I embraced Islam, I seen Abdullah Ibn Masood frequenting the house of the Prophet ﷺ so much that I literally believed that he was a family member. Like today we confuse son-in-laws for son. I thought it's his son. No, that's his future son-in-law. Future. Oh, honestly, I thought it was his, because he was tagging around daddy, and then I thought maybe that's... You see, that's serious, my brother. How many youngsters say, oh, me, I'm great, my boss is happy with me, my employer, they want to give me a promotion. My mother-in-law, she loves me, she says I'm like a son. My father-in-law, he do the world for me. Oh, my mom, she's never happy. My brother, Allah's got everything to do with your mom's opinion about you. I'm not saying offend your father-in-law, don't get me wrong. You got the joy of those whose joy doesn't secure entry into Jannah. Respect them, acknowledge them, appreciate them. Don't get the wrong edge of the stick. Ibn Masood was so close to the Prophet ﷺ, Abu Musa Ash'ari said, I literally believed he was a family member. تابعه في كل خصلة من خصاله حتى قيل إنه أقرب الناس إلى رسول الله هديا وصمتا. Many people make the remark and say that I doubt from the companions of the Prophet ﷺ anyone else was closer to him than Abdullah ibn Masood. Now, just to share a few incidents from his blessed life, radiyallahu anhu wa arda. Once a person comes to Umar ibn Khattab and he says, جئت من الكوفة وتركت بها رجلا يملي المصاحف عن ظهر قلبه. Umar, I must tell you, I'm just coming from Kufa now, fresh. And I seen a very, very disturbing trend. So Umar said, and what's that? He said, I seen a person dictate the Quran to others from memory. جئت من الكوفة وتركت بها رجلا يملي المصاحف عن ظهر قلبه. So he's not relying on a mushaf in front of him, but he's relying on his sheer memory. فغضب عمر غضبا قلما غضب مثله. Umar lost it, and his veins shot out. Man huwa? Who has the audacity to do this? So the gentleman said it was Abdullah ibn Masood. So Umar said, why didn't you speak first? Pushing my blood pressure up for nothing. والله ما أعلم أنه بقي أحد من الناس أحق بهذا الأمر منه. I swear by Allah in whose control is my life, there's no human on planet Earth who reserves the privilege to dictate the Quran from memory but Abdullah ibn Masood. Anybody else does this, he's transgressing. But if Ibn Masood does it, he is justified to do it. Then he said, I will tell you why I say what I say. I'm not saying